All right, how's it going, everybody? How's it going, Ike? What's up, everybody? This is Frank Maialetti here from the Billiard Sports Network. I'm going to be doing the commentary tonight for FEDOR GORST on his YouTube channel. If you guys please could like, share, and subscribe. Got a great match going here for you. It's going to be FEDOR GORST versus Ivan BELMONTE. This is a one-pocket matchup, so if you're new to one pocket, I'll try to walk you through as we decide to watch this match here. Like I said, please, if you can, like, share, and subscribe. Mr. BELMONTE almost had a little bit of a tough break there. So if you're new to one pocket, you see that Mr. BELMONTE broke from the left side of the table, pushed all the balls to the right side of the table. So traditionally the bottom, which would actually be the top right on our graphic here, that's Mr. BELMONTE's pocket. So any balls that he shoots in that pocket, or any balls that FEDOR would accidentally shoot in that pocket, he would get points. FEDOR has the top left pocket. Any balls that go in the other four pockets get spotted. In one pocket, it's the first player that makes 8 balls in their designated pocket is the winner of the rack. If you're playing a gamble style one pocket, then the weight becomes where players have to make more than 8 balls. Other players have to make less. But in tournament play, it's the first player that makes 8 balls in their pocket. All right, FEDOR's opening shot. He's going to put him behind the 15 ball. If you're looking at the stack balls here in the middle, you can see the orange stripe and the 5 are locked together. Close to that 2, there could be a combination on the 2 if FEDOR gets a clear shot. A little bit of a risky shot, though. Mr. BELMONTE could play off the right side of the 15. Try to leave it essentially behind the 8, but he's looking up table. So if he's going to play off the left side of the 15, he's going to have to put a lot of inside spin to hit that right side rail. Put the cue down towards the bottom rail. Well, actually, I'm sorry. I'm going to call it bottom rail, but it'll be the top rail, actually, the head rail. If you're also new to one pocket is a slower pace game. It's I call it the chess match of pool. It really brings out the thought process of a player. You're not really going to see a wide open style of play. Some players play wide open. Filler plays a little wide open. Shane sometimes. Alright, well, he gets away with one slightly. It's going to give FEDOR at least 1 ball. If that came back down towards the bottom portion of the table, he could have been in a lot of trouble. It's a little late on a Wednesday night, 11:04 where I'm at on the East Coast in Philadelphia. It's 10:04 in New Orleans. I'm remote commentating from my studio back in Philadelphia. For FEDOR to cross over the 15. He's got to make sure he keeps the cue ball on the right side of the table if the 15 does not go in. So I'm not really expecting him to put a lot of juice on this. This is more of a containing type of shot. FEDOR plays safe. He has 1 point. Bear with me here 1 second, folks. I just want to put a little tiny little graphic on the screen so it indicates what pocket the players are shooting at. Yeah, I can understand that too, Mac, but unfortunately this is a lot of these, this is a pay-per-view that Buffalo's has for their event. So the fact that they're showing courtesy to FEDOR and letting him stream his matches. The cue ball right onto the. Just gonna give me 1 second here, folks. I'm missing a ball, I believe. There we go. On the scoreboard there, bottom graphic, you'll see L and R. That'll tell you what pocket the players have. I'll keep that updated as we go along further. Mike designed this is a race to 5. Flake and Run. My name is Frank. Person commentating the match, Frank Maialetti, Billiard Sports Network. I do some commentary for FEDOR from time to time. Ivan could cross over this ball. He's going to have to play it with a little bit of almost a stun follow here. He just kind of pushes it back towards the other side. FEDOR banks the 6, does not make it, leaves the cue ball in a good spot. I don't really see another bank opportunity without really selling out the rack. Yes, Jungle is live. This is live from Buffalo's Billiards, New Orleans, Louisiana. This is the Buffalo's Pro One Pocket, biggest one pocket event of the year. Ivan Belmonte's looking to take on this 5. I don't know if that's a good move for him. Yeah, Jungle, the Buffalo's tournament always starts a round. They start one round after the auction, usually on Wednesday nights, and then Thursday is when the action really starts to pop off. One pocket's a late game. Everybody stays up playing one pocket. Also, when you're worldwide like FEDOR, you have fans all over the world that are watching different time zones. We have 213 right now. Oh, almost by FEDOR. That was a good try. 213 on the stream if we can, guys. Share it out. Put it on your favorite socials. That 14 ball is pretty deep in the pocket. That was a mistake by Ivan. It's going to leave FEDOR with a clear shot on the 6. FEDOR puts the 6 down also. That'll give him 3. Just waiting for the score to update. Federer might glance off the 10 and use the cue ball to come to the right side of the table. Not really going to leave Belmont a shot if he glances off the 10 and puts the cue to the right. Trying to filter this table for you to get some of the light spots out. And Federer banks the 7 instead and pushes 2 balls to his side. Ivan Belmont's going to go forward with the 4. Put a little right-hand spin on the ball, come off the rail, come up towards the top. Yeah, you got that right, Ike. You're going to see guys jumping up on the table. You're going to see big guys who probably should not be on top of the table jumping up there. Craziest events in the world. Federer takes on the 4. Going to play it 3 rails down to his side. Does not go in. Left Ivan Belmont in a real tough predicament here. Especially with the 4 being out, he can reposition. After the 4, he can spin under the 8. Good try by Ivan Belmont trying to go 2 rails. And in yes, SVB drew Evan Lunde. Ivan Belmont's a good player in his own right, though. He's a 7-12 Fargo. He has a little under 1,500 robustness. So he's definitely no slouch on the table. Puts the 15 on his side. 5's up table towards the right side of the table. Definitely has to avoid leaving Federer that open shot on the 4. Yeah, you're right on that, Rickard. Robbie Gomez was the winner last year. Evan was 2 years ago. 2 years ago is when Evan played that really strong shot against Scott Frost where he back cut the ball. He was in the jaws of the top pocket and he back cut the ball to the bottom pocket. Let's see what Ivan will do here. Two rails by Ivan trying to play the 3 to the top right. Runs out of gas. Another question is, does Fedor take on the 15 now? Or does he go just right after the 4? Looks like he's going to take the 4 first. He spins under the 8 from this angle, which is a tough angle. Fedor isn't able to essentially put his tripod up on the other end of the table because there's really no ledge there. So in this angle, we are going to have a little bit of a tough time seeing the proximity of the balls. So I'll do my best to try to give you some distance. That there will give Fedor 4 balls to his race to 8. Messing with the lights in the background there. I believe this is a $10,000 added event. Well, let's be realistic. Everybody comes to Buffalo's for the auction. Or you're watching the major tournament that's in Louisiana this weekend. That's what this is. This is the Buffalo's Pro 1 pocket. All right, Fedor climbing up on the table. We're going to see our first guy laying down. And yes, folks, this is perfectly legal. It is part of the rules of the Buffalo Pro 1 pocket event. You are allowed to get up on the table. You do not have to have a foot on the floor. That's what makes this event fun, being able to climb up on the table. Oh, it's 20,000 added to the 1 pocket. That's even better. No, Rich, that's actually been a rule for the entirety of this event, all 10 years. That's the house rule at Buffalo's. Like I said, that's the great part about the Buffalo's event. You'll see guys like Tony Chohan getting up on the table. I think there's a picture one year where Billy's on both of his knees and one of his elbows. Nice backwards bank by Mr. Belmont. That's going to give him 1 on the ball count. couple of shots to shoot at here. The Buffalo States. Goes for the 10. It does not go. That ball is in the jaws of the pocket, though. That one's yours. Feather should have 4. You only have 1, Belmont. There we go. Now the card. 4-1 on the score. Scott's a table climber also. All right, Feder fires it in. Brings the cue all the way up to the back table. That'll be 2 for Belmont, 4 for Feder. I think if you can play the rock correctly, playing the 15 ball here would be a good shot. He can also play the 11, but he has to be careful he doesn't glance off the 13 ball. Does play the 15 to his corner, does not go in. Feder has to be careful if he's going to come off the right side rail and hit the 15 out of there. He does not want the cue ball to brush off and go underneath the 3. Just going to make it softly. That gives Belmont 3, Feder 4. Belmont's getting a little confidence. He's kind of firing a couple shots. All right, Right, FEDOR will cross over the 8. Play this ball with an inside English around 2 o'clock. Actually, he's going to go low on it instead. Looks like he's going to go 4. And he played 2 rails. He didn't cross over. So he pushed 2 balls at his side of the pocket. Belmont might be looking at a risky shot. Maybe put the balls back into the stack. I don't know why he doesn't play off the edge of the 15 and put the cue ball behind on the other side of the 2. I don't think he's looked at it. He's looking very offensive on this. Bring the cue around the table, 3 rails, possibly even 4. And move the 8 closer to his pocket, but I think he could have just played off that 15, got the same result. Better thinly plays the 11, leaves the cue behind the 9 ball. Puts another ball on his side of the table. Numbers are a little low for tonight. 461 viewers. We're in the middle of the week. You get it, some people are sleeping. Hard to sleep though when you got Buffalo's week. FEDOR could be playing the 3, kind of twisting the cue, twisting the 3 off the rail and see if he can run the cue into the 9. Well, everybody's in their sweatsuits tonight. No one's in their sponsor jerseys or... to take some more liberal approach to the shot. He wants the cue down towards the 8. Ivan's going to twist the 3, try to leave the cue over by the 2 ball. And he does. Makes the 3 ball. Now we have 4-4 on the score. Going to 8 here in rack number 1. Seven looks like it goes. Could get 3 out of this. 7. Running into the 12 now. He's going to draw back. It looks like the 12 and 8 might go. That's a cue slide forward. That'll give him 5 on the ball count. Quevels, from what I know of, he hasn't told me that he wasn't. Right, 3 rails, bottom rail, side rail, top rail. Trying to position for the 9. He played it soft. That'll give him 6 on the score. I think I would have liked to have seen him come off that top rail and get a better angle on the 9. Belmont does not make the 9 ball. Yes, this is Buffaloes in Louisiana. Fedor's going to go up table, back down, looking to either make the 9 or make the 9 and scratch. Just type in the word 1 pocket in the tournament. It should be the first one that pops up, or the third one, I believe. Or just click on the link I have here at the top of the page, or the top of the chat there. It's pinned to the top. All right, Fedor makes the 1. That's going to give Ivan 7. Fedor needs 4. Ivan's going to once again behind the 2. I'm not sure if that's a good shot for him. There is a 3 railer here on the 2 for FEDOR. He's going to create some distance, open the balls up. One mistake here from either player can cost them the rack. Precision is key here right now. Belmont plants him tight to the 2. Just glances slightly off. Here's where the chess match is really going to begin. Josh plays great one pocket. I like seeing him at more one pocket events. Better go in a couple rails. Taking back position from Ivan Belmont. Now it's going to put him on the defensive. I called FEDOR's match at the Derby, him versus Josh. And it's probably one of the most entertaining matches I've ever called. Absolutely. Everybody travels for that money. Belmont. Oh, that's the mistake. That's what I was talking about needing to be precise. That may have just cost them the rack. Climb up there, FEDOR. Get up there. He's got to get position on the first shot. Bumps. Should be one draw shot. I'll probably draw it straight out about 8 inches and then come 2 rails, left rail, right rail, back over. Actually, I don't know if he can draw straight out. He might actually run into his ball. Just waiting on the score to update it. 7 balls for Ivan Belmont, 5 for FEDOR. Should update here any second. Darrell Ovens. This is the Buffalo Pros 1 pocket. It is a house rule that you are allowed to get on the table. You do not have to have 1 foot on the floor. All right. Federer made that ball. That's going to give him 7. I'm sorry, 6. Put his extension on. He's going to look to come 2 rails. He might go forward 3 rails depending on how he feels with the angle. It looks like he's just going to come out 2 rails. Left rail, right rail, back over. Yeah, this is getting up on the table makes it one of the most interesting tournaments. You know, like I said, you'll see guys crouched in the middle of the table. It's kind of funny, but kind of cool at the same time. All right, 1 ball for FEDOR. He's going to take down rack number 1 with a score of 8-7.
What's up, everybody? This is Dave from Classic Billiards down here in South Florida. We do things a little bit differently here compared to your old pool hall. It doesn't smell like mothballs. It's not exactly a library, and nobody's shushing you like this is church. We're all about having fun, eating chicken wings, drinking beer, and knocking some balls around. Don't let that mistake you. We still got the skills, baby. So if you're ever down in South Florida, come check us out at Classics.
My guy Dave Bartosiak down there in South Florida. Classic Billiards. Great pool hall. Just amazing atmosphere. They got one of the coolest things too. There's no hourly charge down there. It's just a cover charge to get in. And then you can just hang out all night. All right, FEDOR. FEDOR's going to take the right side of the table now. I'll update you on the left and right. I think it's like $10 or $15 to get in. It's a really cool concept they have down there. There's Mr. Bartosiak right now in the chat with us. How's it going, Dave? Who can beat that? $12 during the week and $15 on the weekend. To give you some comparison, my pool hall in Philadelphia is $8 an hour. Silva fan, the first bid was $46,000 for Shane. The second bid was $46,000 for FEDOR. The third bid was $41,000 for Filler. $133,000 and 3 players. Unlimited draft beer for $30. God, I'm moving to Florida. Next big tournament. Well, are we talking 1 pocket Quevels? Or are we talking? Are we talking like WNT, like Matchroom? Next big matchroom tournament would be the World Championship. And that would be the World Championship coming up. Which FEDOR was the winner last year. Bested Mr. Eklikacci in a Hill thriller. $250,000 on the line. After that event, then starts a couple of the matchroom ranking events in the States, as well as the Florida Open and the US Open. I'll actually be commentating all of the rankings events, including the Battle of the Bull. All right, no score here in rack number 2 of the Buffaloes. Pro 1 pocket. FEDOR is up 1 rack to 0. FEDOR will definitely be there. Yeah, you got that right. Excuse me, you got that right. Like, a lot of people thought he was going to be out of that event early after having that tough first round loss. Just goes to show you, pool is just one match at a time. All right, FEDOR is going to 0-1. I know the action sweaters have to be so annoyed with the pool gods this first round here. Evan Lunda against Shane Van Boning and Tony Chohan versus Billy Thorpe. Even though FEDOR's down 1 ball, he's got Ivan pretty jammed up. AJ Manis is not in this. No, Garrett. Yeah, Silva, I'm surprised we didn't see the Lion here. Guys, if you want to also check out who's in the tournament, who's playing who, at the top of the chat there, pinned, is the link to the bracket on Digital Pool. Or if you go to Digital Pool, go to Tournaments, and then search 1 Pocket. You're looking for the Buffalo Pro 1 Pocket event. It's a pretty good shot. Excuse me, good shot by Mr. Belmonte. Puts a 3 and 4 on his side, leaves FEDOR behind the 8. I would assume maybe he's home. I'm not 100% sure. Let me text him, see where he's at. Kind of curious why he's not here. Guys, also, if you want to support the event, as well as watching Federer's matches on his YouTube channel. You can go to Pool Action TV, purchase the pay-per-view, and watch all the wonderful matches that they have there, especially on their TV table. All right, Federer's going to get one of his balls back. Do they do the rule here with Owen balls that they do with the Derby, that both players can't be negative? Does anybody know that? Ike, do you know that one? Federer has the right pocket. Ivan Belmont has the left. All right, so I'm looking at the Calcutta list of all the players who went in the event. Just to give you an idea, let's just say something crazy happens and someone like Joseph DeLeo, who won for $50, snaps off the event. He'll get like 3,000 times his money. It's crazy looking at some of these guys like Jeremy Seaman, a 780 Fargo for $3,100 seems like a value buy. Or Scott Frost at 9,000. Still haven't seen the score update. I believe Ivan owes 2 balls. Plays a nice carom to 15 off the 9. Doesn't go in, but stays on his side of the pocket. Let me see if we can get that score updated. I don't know. If I was him, I don't think I'd buy half. Maybe take a quarter or 20%, but like I said, you gotta win just to make any money. Looks like the score is updating just a little slow. It's showing -1. Trying to get that -2 there. And Ivan Belmont puts Fedor's ball in. That will give Fedor 1. Yeah, I agree. They definitely got gamble them. Just more of a, you know, when you take that much on, you have to. The pressure's there. You have to win. Belmont's going to play off the edge of the 3. Going to come up 2 rails, come behind the 10. Pass it towards the 9-4. Winner of this match against the winner of Anthony Maglino and Brett Underwood are currently on the table to the right of us. They haven't scheduled the bottom portion. So Fedor's on the bottom portion of the bracket. The top portions play at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. I would assume that the bottom portion is going to play at the same time. Ball might get a little away from him. No, it stays on his side. Fedor fit in the 3 over. What's the cue on the left side of the table behind the 5-2 and stack. for Mr. Belmont to shoot. I'll give you some quick updates real quick around the event if we have any scores. Looks like none of them are reported to Digital Pool. Just shows everybody is 0-0. Sky Woodward won his match already, though. He's defeated Joseph DeLeo. So Sky moves on. Sky gets the winner, Jason Brown and Josh O'Neill. Jeremy Seaman and Chip Compton are tied up 1-1. And that's the only match that's reporting a score. Getting a little wild with the queue. John Marks, you got half of that 50 that he went for. That would probably be the best bet ever made at Buffalo's if he snaps it off for 50 bucks. Ivan Belmont's going to choose some precision on these next two shots. That was a hell of a shot on the 8-ball. Garrett, unfortunately, you won't be able to see AJ play in this event. He's not in the event. What Han Solo say? Never tell me the odds. I like this shot. He can play the shot off the right side rail and blow the cue into the 9 and the 4. Push a couple balls towards this side of the table. Him going into the stack is very risky. Yeah, I think the Marboys are putting on that doubles event because there's no World Cup of Pool I know they were really trying to get a lot of their players into that. I think the last World Cup of pool was James Aranis won that one, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. He went for the 6, kind of came away okay with it. I think Federer's going to go after the 2 ball. Might be coming off this. Coming off the 2 ball now, pushing a couple towards this side. Came around the 2 on that one, hit the 1 ball. Federer doesn't have anything clear yet on this rack. Neither player's had really clear shots. Longest game I've ever witnessed. Are we talking good players or bad players? We're talking bad players, like 4 hours. I saw Henny have a 5-hour match with somebody before. Being streamed right here, Algosaurus. Pool Action TV actually has the pay-per-view rights for this event, so they're streaming that, I believe, on their pay-per-view channel. Kicking at the 2. A little bit of a mistake there. Federer's going to go to work here and start picking off balls. Going to want to look to come one rail out for the 11. Doesn't get far enough. He has the 4. Bumps the 11. If the 6 goes, Ivan Belmonte's in trouble. Federer tries to play it off the green stripe. All right, that gives Federer 5. I haven't given this one a lot of thought. Yeah, I think I'd agree with you there, Stuart. I'm not sure what the conditions are in the room. There are a couple friends there. I'll send them a message. See if it's humid in that room or not. I'm assuming that it is. Better crosses over the 11. A little too much on the 11. He's looking to get that closer to his pocket. You got that right, Garrett. Down there in the bayou. You never know. Old Buff could get the AC cranking. Ivan's going to go into the balls. Push the 15 to his side. Looks like the 3, excuse me, 3, 6, 14 kind of still stay clustered up. Federer looks like he's just going to return kick the 15 into the balls. Does moves the 6 up a little closer. moves to 7. Don't know if that was a great move for him. All right, Federer can see the 3 clearly. There's a 3 across table. Great shot, puts it in the jolts of his pocket. Now, Ivan does have a tough cut shot on the 8. He could cut the 8 in for sort of a high risk, high reward type shot. He's going to play the 3 and give Federer a ball. He's going to give Federer 2 balls now, getting behind the 6. That was not what he wanted. Federer could get out of here if he gets on this orange stripe. He's going to go into this. He's going to maybe take a little bit more conservative roll, shoot the 8. That gives Federer 7. He needs 1. Could look to slow roll this 8 ball, make the cue ball hit the left side tape, left side of the rail, and run into the 7. And instead, he just fires it in and takes a 2-0 lead in a race to 5.
This is the magic rack that I created with the Magic Ball Rack company. We changed the product a little bit and made this magic rack a little bit thicker to where I don't have to worry about balls being not frozen anymore. It's very easy and simple now to rack the balls tight. Try it out, guys. Get yours today at FEDORGORST.com and give me your feedback.
All right, that was the Magic Ball Rack made specifically for FEDOR GORST. You can check that out on his website. So we have a little player break here. I'm going to take a commentator break, and I'll be back here in 1 second, folks. Don't go anywhere. FEDOR GORST is up 2-0 on Ivan Belmont in a race to 5 racks here at the 2025 Buffalo's Pro one pocket event. All right, folks, back. His nickname is the Ghost. El Matador is David Alcady. All right, looks like Ivan Belmont is back from his break. There's also his rack and his break. He's trailing 2-0 overall in the score. Billy Thorpe won for 10,000. No problem. All right, got a break here from Ivan Belmont. He gets a little loose on the break. So Federer's going to take the left pocket. Belmont's going to take the right. We just spit it out there. If you're just tuning in, this is the 2025 Buffalo's Professional One Pocket. My name is Frank Maialetti. I'm part of the new BSN, Billiard Sports Network. You might have known me from PA Pro-Am Pool. I have merged my company with another one, and we're creating BSN. You're commentating Federer's matches. What's up, Quote? How's it going, buddy? Looking. Is he looking to play off the? He might play off the 1. Try to put the cue behind the 9. Lose 2 balls instead. Kind of shakes it off a little bit. All right, Ivan Belmont to the table. Ivan's a little bit more methodical than FEDOR with his delivery. Really thinks it through a little bit. Let's see what we have here. He's going to bank the 15. What's my take on the race to 5? I think for Buffaloes, I'm cool with it because it's the biggest one pocket event of the year. I don't know if I'd want to see maybe like an amateur 1 pocket go to 5. Amateur 1 pocket maybe race to 3 with 2 on the loser side, but with Buffaloes being, you know, just all the stone cold killers, I'm all right with them going to 5. As long as it doesn't get out of hand, though. Sometimes you get a couple 4 or 5 hour matches. All right, we don't have any score yet here. But FEDOR does have 2 balls towards his pocket. And that's going to be a mistake from Ivan Belmont. Maybe 1 for FEDOR. If you're just tuning in or just really kind of paying attention to the scoreboard there, the number on the inside is how many racks the players won. The number on the outside is what their ball count is. And then obviously on the left and right, the L and the R represents left and right, and that's what pocket they're shooting at. And Maddie, unfortunately, this is where FEDOR was able to set his camera up at the ledge on the other side of the table. It was too small to be able to put the tripod up there. Get up there, FEDOR. All right, he's going to come 3 rails around. Gets on that 3. If he brushes the 4 off the 3, Ivan Belmont's in trouble. He might have the 1. He's trying to 5, see if he can kind of skim it in. All right, that's going to give him 4. Ivan Belmont has 0 right now. You don't need a foot on the ground here at Buffalo's 1 pocket KC. It's the house rule. Players are allowed to climb up on the table. You'll see some players literally kneeling in the middle of the table. Sure what Ivan Belmonte's looking here. There's a couple simple shots he can play. Just play the 9 forward. Let the cue run 2 rails and get on the other side of the 1. You can bank the 1 across table, let the cue roll forward and come back and sit on the 5. He plays the bank, puts the 8 towards the pocket. I don't see FEDOR doing anything but maybe just making his ball. All right, Ivan Belmonte has 1 on the ball count. I'm not understanding that question there, Lewis. Can you rephrase it for me? FEDOR plays the 4 across table to his pocket. Ivan does have a clear shot at the 4. He can move it out of there. Just depending on how he wants to move it. Does he come? He can kick off the bottom rail and kick it out. He can come off the side rail, kick it out, which will probably leak out a little bit if he tries that way. Ivan comes off the back rail. We have a little bit of an up table game happening right now. 5 balls up table, 5 balls down table. All right, and we have 6 up table. About to be 7. Don't know if it's wise for Mr. Belmonte to get into an up table battle with FEDOR. His long table banking skills are very on point. Goes for the 15, does not make it. Feder needs 4. He can get out here with making the 7. They're only playing, well, the winners are only playing once tonight, quote. I'm not sure. I don't believe there's any other matches scheduled after tonight. That 7's going to hold up. All right, Belmonte's cutting a 1. Just gonna think about it again. Ivan Belmont, I think, is kind of overthinking a couple of his shots, and I think he's trying to look for either that perfect shot or that perfect safe. I think it's kind of hurting a little bit of his game. Shoots the 1, misses the 1. Federer's got a good chance to get out of this rack. And that gives Federer 5. Federer drains that ball. Slow stun to get on the 15. We'll play the 15 and then bank the 1. Gives Federer 7. We'll cross the cue over with the 1 and bank the 1 towards his pocket. Does not go in. That does give Federer 7 on the score. I'm sorry, 7 on the ball count, 2 on the overall score. Belmont's just going to have to go here. Just make the 2. Move the 1 out. No, I think the best run out I've ever seen was when Tony got out against Shane and had those 2 long shots on the rail. I mean, he moved the cue ball back and forth, back and forth. I think that was the best out I've personally ever seen. But you know, Evan cutting that ball back to the bottom corner against Scott Frost, probably in a high pressure game, it's one of the best shots I've ever seen. All right, Federer has everything on his side. Nah, that was Federer versus Johan. In one pocket, forget how much they were playing for. But the Evan Lunda shot was 2 years ago against Scott Frost here at Buffalo's. All right, Federer should probably make the 4 and spot it. Oh, he might kick off the back rail, kick the 4 off the right side rail. Yep. Takes about 4 or 5 days, Earl. All right, Federer has a bankable ball. He'll want to twist the 4, so he'll be playing right side of the 4, right-hand English, to really get some maximum spin on this ball. No, he's going to go for the safe instead. Thought he was going to shoot at it. Yeah, this event has 36 players in it. Ricard's right. Has a little closer to 32, but it'll still take a couple days. They'll schedule it out. When's the 9-ball start? That's Saturday, right? This could be a 3-railer for Federer. What's up, James? How's it going, buddy? Oh, he attempted it. All right, Federer's going to put that down. That's going to give him 3 racks. What do you mean by any word on the Reyes Cup? Quote, like who's playing in it? All right, we have 3 racks on the score for Federer. So it's not scheduled out yet, the Reyes Cup, but the Hanoi Open is October 7th through 12th. So I would expect the Reyes Cup to be sometime in that time frame of October, November. The Mosconi Cup is scheduled out for December 3rd through the 6th. All right, let's change the sides here on the players. FEDOR is now on the right side of the table, and Belmont is on the left. Earl, there's no 7-foot tables for the 9-ball. No, I believe the Reyes Cup is before the Mosconi because it's the winner of last year's Mosconi plays in the Reyes Cup. They play the they would play Team Asia. No, quote, there's just the winners. So they had the 1 ball, 1 pocket last night. Filler won that one. They have this event and then the 9-ball event. Marine Bike, the only time points count towards a match. Whoa. Kind of a flyer shot. The only time points counts towards a matchroom event is if it's a matchroom rankings event and it takes the matchroom points. So like I don't believe that the Buffalo's event is a sanctioned matchroom event. Let's see. Hold on. Yeah, according to Matchroom's website, it doesn't show the Buffalo's event. So I do not believe it's a Matchroom rankings event. Yeah, Maddie, that's kind of what they're doing. The winners of the Mosconi play the Team Asia, and then of course Team Asia has to, the same way the Mosconi players do, they have to qualify to get on the team. Let's see, for right now, the top 5 players on Team Asia after his win last week is Aloysius, Johan Chua, Kopin Yi, Jeffrey Rhoda, and Carlo Beato are the current top 5 players. Momo, do you know Ivan? Better shooting these in too quick for me to score to catch up. I met him yesterday. Oh, cool. All right, so Fedor gets out there, and that's going to make the score 4-0 on the overall game count. Van Huang, yep, this is live. Watching the Buffalo Pro 1 pocket. Oh, and the wheels look like they're coming off the bus a little bit here right now for Ivan. Scratching on the brake. It's not good. All right, that's going to give Fedor the left side of the table, Ivan the right side of the table. See if we can get some updates on some of the other matches. I'm not sure if they're going to have any updates. Looks like Chip Compton is up 2-1 overall on Jeremy Seaman. Jeremy being from Battle Creek, Michigan. Actually came to one of my events last year. Awesome guy. Double J, Jeremy Jones has defeated Mike DeLauder. He's on to the next round. He gets the winner of Devin Poteet and Cashton Keaton. I called one of Devin's matches at the Derby. Strong player. He's got a lot of skill. Sergio Rivas defeated Paul Spantra with a score of 5-0. That's going to put Sergio into a match with Josh Filler at 1 p.m. tomorrow. Quote, I'm just doing Fedor's matchups for this tournament. Pool Action TV has the rights to this event. Earl, yeah, they'll play till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Buffalo's is open 24/7. If they have a match that ends at 4 o'clock, then they'll play it that long. Do you think Ivan's listening to me in his headset? Quote, I can tell you, though, that I will be streaming, so my channel will be streaming the rally in the Shenandoah Valley Matchroom event. I'll also be streaming the Battle of the Bull Matchroom event. Of course, I'll be at the U.S. Open. I'll be at the Florida Open. I'll be at Moscone. Federer looking to move some balls to his side of the table. So July 31st to, I believe it's like the 2nd. Oh, Federer, and he makes a ball. And then the Battle of the Bull is, what's that, August, I think it's August 12th to the 16th. And then the U.S. Open is the week after. That starts August 18th. That's a Matchroom major, so I won't be streaming that one. I'll just be doing some interviews behind the scenes. All right, that gives Federer 1. And before anybody asks, I'm not sure what Federer's schedule is if he's playing in those two events. I know he has some stuff with his sponsors he has to do, so I unfortunately don't have an answer for you on that one. Ivan kicked that ball out. I don't think the 8 goes, so he's going to bank 13 ball. It a little slower than he thought it was. Federer going to cross over the 13 again, or is he just going to play the edge? Not even. He's going to just roll the cue up and play the 15. We got a little over 500 watching right now from across the world. folks, excuse me 1 second. Be right back. All right, I'm back. Nice combination, makes the one ball in the corner. It's going to give Ivan 1-1 on the ball count. I do not believe so, Matt. Just a little after 1 a.m. here on the East Coast in Philadelphia. And where the tournament is taking place just a little after 12 o'clock. Belmont goes for it, does not go. It's going to leave FEDOR. Did not know he owed one. Oh, it's right. He did owe one from the scratch. Forgot to put that up there. Apologize for that, folks. How's it going, Brian? Yeah, FEDOR should get at least 2 out of this, unless he goes forward. Tries to run into the stack. We don't have a score on that one, Silva. They're not reporting it on the scoreboard, so unfortunately I don't have anything to give you on that. 2 down for FEDOR. How can you watch it like what in the end? FEDOR crosses this one over. He could be in trouble. All right. So FEDOR has 5. Tough leave here for Ivan. He's going to try to, I'm assuming he's going to try to put the cue ball behind the 3-9. Doesn't quite get there. It's going to leave FEDOR clear shot. At the green 14 ball. Gets a good rub. He should have a shot on the 8. He needs 2 more balls. Alright, he needs 1. He might Z shot this one. Oh, maybe it does go off the 1. And it does go off the 1. FEDOR GORST is going to win this matchup with a score of 5-0. That's going to move him on to the next round. Let me see if they have a time for that. So it looks like FEDOR's next match will be tomorrow night, 7 p.m. And he gets the winner of Meg Lino and Brett Underwood. Folks, we appreciate you hanging out tonight, watching the matches with us. Come on back here tomorrow at 7 o'clock. At 7 o'clock Eastern, I'm sorry, at 7 o'clock of Louisiana time. And we will see you all then. Greg, this is not a single elimination. This is a double elimination. So if you have not already subscribed to FEDOR's YouTube channel, please subscribe to the channel. Set the notifications on. Anytime we go live, it'll let you know. So my name is Frank Maialetti. I'm from the Billiard Sports Network. You're watching FEDOR GORST YouTube channel. Thank you very much, and we'll see you tomorrow night.